I'm really particular about how I put a halter on a horse or take a halter off a horse. It's just good horse husbandry, horsemanship lessons 101, okay? So how you put a halter on kind of starts the training program, and for sure how you take a halter off definitely makes a difference in how you finish a training session as well. So this is my 3-year-old cut and futurity mare Dolly. So when I go to put a halter on, when I approach a horse, I like to put my hand over their neck like this. And I've kind of trained all my horses that when I put my hand over their neck, they automatically bend their head towards me a little bit. So that just kind of, it's like an inviting place. So to do that, if her head was off straight, I just put my hand over there and with my fingertips just press her on the jaw here, and every time she releases her head, I take my hand away. Then I put the crown piece of the halter underneath the neck here. The reason I put it around the neck, let's say Dolly went to take off right now, I can quickly pull her head back to me. So if she went to leave, I've got some sort of kind of leverage on her. As opposed to doing it like this, when you just try to scoop their nose like this, if Dolly would throw her head up, it'd be easy for this to come off her nose, and then I'm trying to chase her head. What I don't want to do is try to put the halter on when her head is tipped away like this, like I'm chasing her face. So step 1, arm over their neck. Step 2, tip their kind of head towards you. Step 3, put this around their neck. Step 4, then I go ahead and scoop their neck. Now notice how Dolly kind of keeps her head down low. That's because we trained them to do that, okay? Meaning that I teach all my horses, when I press them, they'll lower their head down. If I gently touch them, so I'll pick her head up. If I gently touch her, that's her cue to lower her head and neck. So I've done it so many times now, she just automatically lowers that head down around there in my belly button, and then I keep their head tipped at a 45-degree angle, and now I can tie my halter with their head tipped towards me, okay? Now, if I'm tying the horse up, I want to get the halter nice and high up on their face like this. If I'm going to do groundwork, I always drop the halter down on their nose because it gives you a little bit more leverage and they work a little bit better. I don't want it so far down it's interfering with their breathing, but I'll drop it down lower on their nose, okay? But when I tie them up, or I'm not training them, I get it up nice and high. Always put the tail of it sticking backwards, okay? Now, automatically, when you go to take it off, it's the opposite. So 1, I'll lower her head down, okay? 2, keep her head tipped towards me like this. And then when I take it off, I undo the halter, and then I keep her head tipped towards me like that. And there, with my hand, I rub them here like this. I love that. So now, if I was going to leave her, especially in a pasture situation, I might just spend a couple of minutes. They all love this. They all love it. I just scratch them like this. See a lip going up in the air? When you just spend the last 5-6 minutes interacting with a horse, just loving on them a little bit, or scratching them, or just kind of having some fun with them, that's the last thing they remember. Especially when you keep your horse in a pasture situation. If you only go out there and catch them and work them and put them away and never give them any love, pretty soon they don't want to be caught. Oh, Dad, this is my favorite part, right here. Just doing this right here, Dad. Okay? So the last thing Dolly remembers is me loving on her, scratching on her itchy spots, giving her a little love. And now watch this. When I go to leave her, I want her head tipped towards me. And now I leave her. I leave her. I never want the horse to walk away from me first. I'm breaking up with her. She ain't breaking up with me. So I leave her first. Okay? So I always kind of leave the horse wanting a little bit more attention, wanting a little bit more interaction with me. The worst thing you can do to teach a horse bad habits when you take the halter off is a lot of people do this. This is why I'm so anal about who handles my horses, because when you go to like boarding facilities and facilities where the workers just don't give a rat's ass about the horse, what they'll do is, in a pasture situation, the horse's head will be tipped away like this. They'll quickly take the halter off and then just walk off like that. And when you do that, it turns a horse into a bad habit of turning his head, and then they walk away from you. Then a couple of weeks later, they start trotting away from you. A couple of weeks later, as soon as you start to undo the damn halter, they're vibrating, ready to gallop away from you. Pretty soon they jump away from you and kick out with both barrels and kick you in the face. So that's where all this leads to. So I might seem I'm being pretty particular, but I am. But this is how you make sure bad habits never get started. And just keep your horses well Horses, just well-broke citizens, productive citizens. Okay, so always make sure, see my horses get to now, as soon as I just put my arm over them like this, they just assume the position. Same, all the same steps with putting a bridle on or taking a bridle off. You want a little more love, Dolly? I really like this horse, real cute horse. Cheers, guys, bye.
Want more? Get more. The No Worries Club is the best way to get the most out of your training experience. Stick around to find out more. Take your horsemanship to the next level. The No Worries Club Premium Membership is your ultimate portal to complete your horse training. You'll have access to Clinton's complete training library, thousands of hours of step-by-step instructional videos. You'll master all aspects of horsemanship, from fundamentals to trick training. You'll have access to our exclusive social network that connects you with thousands of dedicated horsemen from around the world. You'll have the method available wherever you are and accessible through the web, your phone and tablets, or your favorite streaming devices. You'll receive 8 all-new training videos per year and the quarterly No Worries Journal, as well as access to the ever-growing video library, Q&As, performance horse series, blogs, and more. But that's not all. You also get free tickets to walkabout tours and priority access to the latest news coming from Down Under horsemanship. Not to mention VIP pricing on all of Clinton's must-have training tools. So what are you waiting for? Unlock the ultimate access and jumpstart your training program today.